And I am raw to the bone. Happy Friday, y'all. Y'all know what today is. Today is Freestyle Friday. We don't know what's going to hit the wall, what's going to stick, but whatever it is, we're going to talk about it. Good morning. I'm going to start y'all out with the positive vibes of today because what do I say? It's going to be a what?
Wake up, really gonna rise in the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, be grow hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Hey!
Wake up,
Today's going to be a good day.
wake up,
Today's going to be a
good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up,
Today's going to be a good day.
wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Hey!
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up,
Today's going to be a
good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do.
The aftermath of preparation.
Good food, good mood.
Blood in circulation.
One step at a time.
Yeah, that's how you make it.
Set a goal.
You control and the steps
Come
you take.
on.
I try to pick one thought, have some concentration.
And if I make a mistake, it's called education. I try to do this every day and call it.
replication. Wake up.
Y'all want to see what it looks like? I'm going to show y'all.
Today's gonna be a good day.
I'll show y'all what it looks like, all right?
Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up.
Today's going to be a good day.
Wake up.
Today's going to be a good day.
Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up.
Today's going to be a good day.
Life ain't easy, yo. I think there's a reason, though. Ups and downs, just like every different season, yo. Sometimes I'm high.
Other times I'm barely breathing, y'all. You gotta
fight and hide from the demons, yo.
negative thoughts.
Some poison they ride. Head full of flies, so here come the clouds. They'll never stop unless I can swap.
All the good.
I feel it good in my head when I'm lost.
What? So I'ma fake it till I make it. Positive vibes are overtaken.
I got patience.
One day at a time, that's how you operate a cadence. A flow, you grow, you show yourself a foundation. Good morning, Valerie. Good morning, Hillbilly. Hey!
I like to do it cause it's sensation. I live my life in my head like a narration.
Don't expect greatness through my best man. I take it. What?
Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day.
Yes!
Wake up.
Today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up.
Today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up.
Today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up.
Today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up.
Today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Step 2. Good morning from Brazil, Reginaldo. Hey. Good morning, y'all. Happy Friday. Good morning. Good morning. Come on in. Come on in. I didn't even refill my coffee cup. I was so busy running my mouth this morning on TikTok. Good morning, Cheryl Lee. Good morning. Come on in. It's Freestyle Friday, y'all. All right. Listen, y'all been acting up for the last, I don't know what, but y'all been really, really, really acting up. But good morning. Good morning. So today, I just want to put out the warnings. Where's Ghost? Because normally when Ghost and Angel and folk jump on, they want to drag my show for 2 hours. But I need y'all to know that I have to leave here at 9:30. All right. I have a doctor's appointment. I know y'all are going to say, oh my God, how many doctor's appointments does she have? But I just finished explaining to TikTok this morning that this is the time of year that I get all my doctor shits out the way. The first half of the year, I get all my doctor shits out the way. I get poked, I get prodded, I make sure that I'm healthy. All right. That's it and that's all. And so I do have a doctor's appointment today, and some of y'all hate when I have to end my show. So y'all better come on and let's start this show early in the morning. All right. I'm going to start out with a positive thought. Y'all know me. But what's the plans for this weekend, y'all? It's Freestyle Friday and the weekend right behind it. Any plans? Hey, Aquanda. Good morning. Any plans for the upcoming weekend? Nothing. Hillbilly, we need to wrap up the details for the Holla in the Squalor so that we know exactly what weekend we're traveling. Good morning, Johnny. And start to book our stay All right, because I got so much shit going on. West Virginia, Coffee with Friends trip, Holla in the Squalor. And then we have the Coffee with Friends summer soiree in August, which I'm getting prepared for, which is kind of borderline stressing me out right now. I be taking on more than I could chew, manage by my damn self, but I'm gonna figure this out. I'm gonna figure this out. We're gonna get through it. The ultimate goal is to have a good time, and this is really my first summer soiree, and so expect some mishaps, y'all. But I'm gonna do the best I can. All right, because I don't have staff or anything like that, so I'm gonna try to pull this shit off to the best of my ability. All right, I know y'all love me, and y'all gonna give me grace, right? Amen. I'm going to get grace on this trip. All right. All right, y'all. So today is Friday and today is May 12th. It's interesting because as soon as I opened up the book, oh, okay, so you leaving it up to us. So let's just pick a weekend then, because we need to start planning, Hillbilly. So I know you said you were going to confirm which weekend was better for us. I say let's do the weekend of the 21st. So holla in the squalor. Holla in the squalor. July 21st weekend. All right, that's what we're talking about. Holla in the squalor, July 21st weekend. Oh, I have a bottle of Envy Jameson and El Caramino tequila. Angel's Envy. Oh, Angel's Envy. I know what that is. Okay. Jameson, that's a whiskey, and El Camino tequila. Okay. Okay. So the party the party sound like it's gonna be lit. All right, so holla in the squalor, July 21st weekend. Coffee with Friends, traveling to West Virginia. All right, so Hillbilly, we got to get you on Discord because I have to get the address. I need to start looking for hotels around the area. We got to pin this down, right? Who is on the travel committee for West Virginia, Holla in the Squalor? Who can I lean on to help coordinate with me finding places to stay so that people can book their hotels or motels or holiday inns or whatever is out there in West Virginia. All right, let me know who wants to volunteer to be on that travel committee to do that. And again, we'll collect names of who's going, and we'll send out maybe like a choice of 2 or 3 motels that people can stay at, and you guys can book your stays that way. All right. Let me know. All right. So Holla and Squalor, July 21st. And then right behind that is the Cancun, the Cancun trip, summer soiree in August. All right. And then I got Chester on TikTok that want to bring me to the bar. Where we going? Bahamas. Oh, okay, Hillbilly, give me 2 to 3 weeks. I'll have the yurts rented for you. Okay, you gotta let us know the details, like is what the cost is, how much we need to pay. Like we really need to lock this down. I got to work. Listen, Hillbilly, my money, is not ever never ending. I need to plan for these shits. Okay, I'm a single income household over here. Okay, have some some sympathy for us. All right, May 12th. Positive thought before we get into the freestyle of the day. All right, May 12th. I am now, y'all know that May is the month of acceptance. This podcast for those on TikTok is a healing podcast. It's called Coffee with Friends. We come on here, we talk about everyday situations and things that happen, right? We laugh, we cry. All right. We do all kind of things. They've been nasty for the past 2 weeks. Yesterday they were talking about, how slutty they were, eating ass and shit like that. I don't know where the conversation is going to go today, but we shall see. Good morning, Mishi Boo. May 12th. May 12th is a good one for me, y'all, because this one, I struggle with this one right here. And the crazy shit is, I'm going to flip the book around because it really doesn't say much in today's positive thought. May 12th, I am now receptive to the idea that if I don't ask for what I need, the need will keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. What does this say? Help, 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 help! What that say? The need gets bigger and bigger and bigger, right? If I don't ask for what I need, the need will keep getting bigger. Until today, you may have thought you had to do it all alone. Just for today, ask for what you need. Today, I am devoted for asking for and receiving what I need. That shit was simple. That shit was simple. But let me ask y'all a question. How simple is it for you to ask for help? How simple is it for you to ask for help? Anybody? How many of you on here feel that you have to do shit alone? Good morning, Dean. How many of you feel that you have to do shit alone? But you're afraid to, because you're afraid to ask for help. I'm going to put the guest link up there. Okay. Valerie said, me. All right. Who else? Who else is afraid to ask for help? Wow, Johnny. Congratulations, Johnny. Hashtag fit friends. Johnny is down 25 pounds. What? You getting sexy behind the scenes, Johnny, without us seeing you and knowing? That's why your ass don't be jumping on camera. You wanna lose all the weight and then jump on camera? I love it. Okay, Aquanda. Aquanda said every day. Hillbilly said, I'm not afraid to ask, but I don't ask. Anybody else? How many of you on here never ask for help? Never ask for what you need, right? And ultimately, good morning, Damaris. And ultimately, how many of you feel that you have to do things in life alone? And how many of you are stressed out about that? Okay, Johnny said, I'm not afraid to ask, but I never ask for help. Why don't, okay, now my next question is this. Well, before I ask the next question, I'm going to answer the question myself. Okay. I never ask for help. I'm going to tell you why I don't ask for help. The few times that I've asked for help, good morning, protagonist. The few times I have asked for help, something that I really needed help with, the few times, people have disappointed me. They say they're going to show up or support me, right? And then they don't. Something else comes up, in life. So it's no big deal if something else comes up. But it had, for me personally, it seemed to have been a repetitive thing. And so I lost trust in asking people for help. It's like my way of protecting myself from disappointment, right? Now, the unfortunate thing is I beat myself up. And I know I shouldn't beat myself up, but I do. I beat myself up because I feel that when people ask me to help them or support them, I feel like for the most part, right? Within my ability, if I have the ability, I show up. I show up. Very few people can stand up and say, Robin has not showed up for me when needed. I will show up for you even if it's a detriment to myself, which is something that I am unlearning, right? Because I got to save some shit for myself. right? But those very same people that have called out and cried out for help, and I have stood by their side, I have felt abandoned by some of those very same people, right? And mostly because when people look at me, they automatically go, oh, she got it. She can handle it. She's good. She's strong, right? No, I'm not. I am not. No, I can't. But they assume that I can, so they leave it. So I have lost trust in faith in asking other people for help. Something that I'm working on, right? Something that I'm working on, because I realize that feeling that I have affects even my romantic relationships, right? I question whether my significant other is truly going to show up for me when I need it, right? Because the significant others that I've had before, they just always felt like I was strong enough and I could manage it. I can handle everything. And they left me. They left me out there. And of course I handled it because I had no choice, but I don't want to. I do need help sometimes. But when I don't ask it, it's not because I don't need it. It's because I don't trust that I will get the help that I need. And you know what that further tells me? Some of us need to reevaluate our circles. Because if you got a bunch of fucking people circulating around you like, and you can't ask them for help, what the fuck are they there for? See, this is where the accountability on our part comes in, right? Having people in our lives that we place at certain positions, but yet we place them at these positions and we're showing up for them, but they're not showing up for us, but yet we keep these people at these positions for what? Yes, Hillbilly, we got you. For what? Just click the link in my bio and start out with that, Hillbilly. Once you get in there, we will grab you. Valerie, same thing. Hit the link in my bio. Once you get in there, we'll grab you. Michelle said, I know my limits, so I only show up when I can afford to. Now that's respect. But you didn't say you never show up. You show up when you can afford to. And that's where I'm at now, Michelle. Because before, I was showing up and overspending on my own life. I was showing up and depleting myself. And then I was disappointed when I needed those very same people to show up for me, and they didn't. And I blamed them and I was mad at them. And then through my sitting period and my quiet time, in the asking of myself a million of why they do this to me, I realized that they didn't do it to me alone. I did it to me too, by putting them in a place in my life they didn't fucking belong. See, based on where you put people in your life is based on a level of expectations you have for those people. Right? And the higher I place you in my life, I have expectations of you. That's my fault. I need to learn to stop putting people where they don't fucking belong. Hillbilly said, what the fuck is a bio? You go to you hit my profile picture, Hillbilly, and you'll see a link, and you hit that link and it'll take you to a link tree that shows you all my channels, and you click the one that says Discord. Okay, somebody send Hillbilly the link from my bio, please, or maybe I'll pin it here. One second, Hillbilly. Let me pin it here so you can get it. Let me pin it here so you can get it. All right. There you go, Hillbilly. I put the link there. Click that and then click Discord. Yes, Nana. We have to, right? So I have to take accountability in the part I play with the people I place in my life, right? And so that's what I'm working on right now, right? And so we have to control that. So when you feel disappointed about the people that let you down, you need to ask yourself, what have they shown you, right? Yep. Michelle said trust and disappointment is the reason why we don't ask. Yeah. And so that affects, I know that it affects how I move in romantic relationships, right? Because this feeling of not trusting, not only have I been disappointed in my friendship circles, what are you talking about, Bets? Answer what question? Um, I've been disappointed in my friendship circles. I've been disappointed in my romantic circles because, a lot of us are operating out of, we know, the love that we were shown growing up, right? The things that we experienced growing up. Some people are just not emotionally available. Some people have their own toxic shit that they're trying to work through and unpack. You know what I'm saying? And so when you get together with someone else in a romantic way, you if people are not working on themselves, issues are going to show up in a relationship. And what has shown up in my relationships is that, I could not rely on some of the folks. Like I remember I asked for help. This might make me a little emotional, y'all, but I hate to ask for help. And the one time that I was really down and out was 2018 when I had the surgery. Hey, Angel, good morning. When I had the hysterectomy. And, y'all know the deal. A week later, I found out that my kidney had been disconnected. My kidney was full of urine or whatever the case may be. And I had 3 emergency surgeries to fix that, right? Some shit that the doctor did, all right? The surgeon did, right? So they fixed it. When I came home from the hospital, after being in the hospital about a week or so, right? My skin was gray. I was thin. I was weak. I had nurse care coming to my house. I had to get a shower stool that sits in the shower. And I looked at myself and I said, well, damn, even though I know I'm of an older age, right? I am active. I try to eat healthy. I try to do the right things. How could this be me? What happened? Okay. One of the stipulations for me to take a shower was I could not shower alone. I needed someone to shower me. And I was with my significant other at the time. And I remember this one particular day, I waited for him to come home from work. True story, right? But the narcissistic in him never admitted to this event happening, right? Because he always thinks that I hear shit, like some ghost is whispering to me in his voice, right? Um, and he came in and I said, I'm glad you're home. Get settled because I need you to help me take a shower. Okay? This motherfucker, now I've always been an independent woman, right? I raised my son as a single mom. Okay. And so it's already hard for me to ask for help because so many people have disappointed me over the years. But I had no choice but to ask this man to help me shower that night. Okay. And this motherfucker looked at me. I don't even know if he looked at me, to be honest. Okay. I don't remember that part, but I do remember the words. He said, oh my God, you're such a baby. That hurt me. Then he called me needy. I'm such a baby and I'm fucking needy. But I have a whole catheter hanging out of my pussy, dragging across the floor as I fucking walk from room to room in this house, hanging down from my pussy as I stand in front of the stove and cook your fucking dinner so that when you come home from work, you have something to eat. But I'm needy and I'm acting like a baby because I asked you to help me shower, which is the instructions I got from my home nursing. See, people think that people break up because of infidelity. No, my man didn't cheat on me. He was just selfish. He didn't cheat on me. I never had to worry about somebody cheating on me. Like, that's like the last. I don't fucking worry about shit like that. But you don't show up for me, I'm going to quit you. That hurt me. Because in all my years, I've already had trust issues. I've already had trust issues. Okay? And that didn't help me. Oh, so protagonist, you coming for me now? Protagonist says, all your stories imply you picked men that were not man enough to love you. Sounds like you settled instead of making your needs clear in the beginning. And protagonist, you're probably 1000% correct. And that's why I enter the healing season, right? Because I realized that my trauma, right? My trauma lends to who I choose to be in my life. Right? I have always been a caretaker. So I choose these fucking men that want to be caretaked. No more. No more. You're right, protagonist. I chose men that were not man enough to give me what I needed. And my choices was based on my experiences, my not knowing myself enough, me not understanding my own boundaries, me not understanding my own needs is how I ended up with these men. And I've only had 3 long-term relationships. I know I give a lot of stories. I've been married. I had my baby daddy who died when my son was 8. I had my ex, the fuck circle hoe, who I was with for 20 years. Oh, wait, let me go back. I had my baby daddy who died when he was 8. I had my husband who I was married to and with for about 10 years. Then I had my baby dad, my fuck circle hoe. I said my baby daddy, right? My fuck circle hoe, who I was with for 20 years. That's 3 men. And then my last ex. That's 4 men, protagonists. I got a lot of stories across 4 men. Now I'm not counting the ones that I fucked. I'm grown. But I've had 4 long-term relationships. I am a relationship gal. Okay? I get into a relationship, I'm in relationships for years. So I've had 4 long-term relationships, okay? So out of those 4, yes, my baby daddy became a crackhead. He died. He had sickle cell. Okay? My husband, right? I married at 26 years old. What I thought I wanted out of life, I didn't. He cheated. I left. Okay? The fuck circle hoe, based on his name, what he did. He fucked in the circle. They ain't got shit to do with me. Okay? He cheated. In the circle. I left. Okay? My last ex. Controlling. Narcissistic. I left. So you're right, protagonist. I'm picking different, right? And I had to go back and ask myself, why am I picking that? And I talked about this on the show before, so that ain't nothing new, right? This is why it's so important that we work on ourselves, because a lot of times we pick people, friends, lovers, based on our trauma. And we wind up having raggedy motherfuckers in our life. And we ask ourselves, why we got these raggedy motherfuckers in our life? Because we are operating from a raggedy place. I know I want better. So I got to be better. And this is why people look at me and they say, damn, you've been dating a guy for almost 2 years and you moving slow. Yes, this is exactly why I'm moving the way I'm moving and I'm doing things the way it is. And because I don't want to tell a fifth story. I don't want to tell a fifth story. Okay? I need to make sure this motherfucker is there. I don't want to start advertising him and then a year or two later, he ain't there. Because I be tired of y'all motherfuckers in my inbox talking about what happened to your man. I'm just saying. The fuck? So let me go up because Zen dropped some deuces on me. All right, so let me go up. There's a couple of comments. Damaris, I love you. See, Damaris, and see, people on here that know me for years, they know what I've been through, right? Some of y'all are just hearing my stories. Damaris, 20 plus years friendship. She said he didn't deserve me. She know what happened because she was in the circle and she saw he fucked in the circle and everything else he did. He didn't deserve me. I'm sorry, Val. You know, sometimes this show has us in tears. Michelle said it was a test, Robin. I went through a lot as well, and the people you thought would be there for you never did. But God sent folks to help me. So after that, I adjusted my circle. Beautiful. Beautiful. I love it. I absolutely love it. Okay. Valerie said, right, but you didn't know they wouldn't reciprocate. The situation revealed their character. It did. But the difference in me now, Valerie, is if you reveal your character to me, I'm going to believe it. I'm not going to fucking try to fix it. Try to say, oh, this is who they are. Nah, motherfucker. If you show the character to me and it's toxic, I'm out. Oh, Angel, I'm sorry. I don't mean to have y'all all choked the fuck up. This is a true story. This is what happened to me. So when y'all looked around and y'all saw I was single, you know, people automatically assume, oh, maybe he cheated on her. Maybe he did this. Maybe he did that. No. You don't have to cheat on me for me to leave you. Just actively not show up for me when I need you. Friend, relative, significant other. I will not tolerate that ever again. Michelle said, I call myself Olivia Pope. I fix men and I realize that I move different now with men and friends. Period. That used to be me. I ain't fixing nobody. You know, I used to be the person that the man be like, well, I can't really afford this and I can't really afford that. And I'd be like, okay, baby, it's no big deal. You know, I make money. You know, I'll pick up the extra. Nah, I'm not so fast to volunteer anymore. Zen said let me go up. Zen said, I listened to a psychiatrist recently who just talked about this. They basically said that when you have a trauma, you continue to find people that brings the trigger because one, it's familiar to you. Two, you convince yourself that it will fix it this time. Zen, that part. Listen. Didn't I say I picked these motherfuckers based on my trauma? And this is why it's important for us to step back and work on ourselves, because sometimes we pick the people in our lives based on our trauma. Why? Because look what the psychiatrist said that Zen listened to. It's familiar to you. You convince yourself that you will fix it this time. I'm not fixing shit this time. Yes. I love that. Valerie, but I bet he missed you and realized he lost a good person. No. Mm-mm. I don't think he realizes he lost a good person because he got back with the fuck circle hoe. So to me, a person that knew that they hurt you, right, over some toxic shit that they did, and then they told you that they went to therapy and they apologized to you again years later for the shit, and then you find out that this motherfucker is still up in the crotches of the fuck circle hoe. He don't miss me. He don't realize he lost a good person. Right? Because sometimes we get so caught up in the physical attributes of people that we abandon those that are truly deep down the best people. And yet, because we are physically attracted to something else, we'll risk it all for some ass and some coochie and some titties. And that's what he did. He risked it all for some fake titties. And then he went back to it. So he's okay with his risk. And no, obviously he don't miss me. Because if he missed me and if he felt that I was a good person, then he wouldn't be actively entertaining the fuck circle hoe shit. Right? And putting my freedom at risk on a constant basis. Meaning that, who's to say what I might do when I cross paths with them? I'm healing. I'm not healed. Shirley said, yeah, Valerie, but not everybody can tolerate a thoroughbred. They'll try to tear you down. And that's what my ex tried to do. Like, I'm strong, right? But he was breaking me. When my mother looked at me and she said to me, she said, Robin, you're broken. I cried. I was like, how the fuck I let this man come into my life, gaslight me the way he did, right? I had to go. But before I went, he broke me a little bit. I had a lot of work to do to get my shit back. All right? He broke me a little bit. Give us the thumbs up on YouTube. If you're on YouTube or Facebook, give us the thumbs up. All right? That person, Valerie, will never have my qualities or characteristics. Never. Okay? Protagonist says, stop messing with beta males, then get mad they don't demonstrate alpha mentality. Protagonist, I don't know what that means. I have no idea what that phrase means. All right. Deb said, get these. I had an ex tell me he looked for someone like me. Really? Damn. Shirley said he realizes that he just knows he doesn't deserve you and probably thinks he'll never have a chance with you again. Hillbilly, you want us to lick the like button? You're kinky. Yeah, right. Your average logical thinking. You see how protagonist is starting? You see how he's starting? I'm a Capricorn. Oh God. Osho asked if I was a Pisces or a Capricorn. My ex was a Pisces. Protagonist says an alpha male got his own money, investments, properties, has discipline, and is great with or without a lady by his side. Okay. I don't know, protagonist. I'm not an expert in the alpha male field. Right. Zen said Hillbilly is a straight up freak and I'm here for it. Well, Zen, I hope you come into West Virginia. Shit. Hillbilly actually should be on Discord. I told him, Zen, just click the link I sent him the link for him to click Discord. Once he gets in Discord, we got to drag him around because he don't know how to use it. Thank you, I am loose chin. The original question everyone is responding to, y'all, is do you ask for help? Do you find it difficult to ask for help? Today's positive thought was, if we don't ask, the ask gets bigger, 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 and bigger, right? Why do you not ask for help? If you have an issue with asking for help, what are your reasons, right? And some of the things we talked about here is trust, right? People have not shown up for me. And so that's what we're talking about. You resemble that. Hillbilly, you a freak. Protagonist said, any man that needs a lady ain't it. I'm not talking about an acute hard time. Y'all know what I'm talking about. All right, so independent man that has his own money, his own investments, his own property is considered an alpha male. Okay, Angel, he's on there. Okay, we got to drag Hillbilly around. We got to do a video with Hillbilly so we can see, because Hillbilly, come on now. We can't be messing around. West Virginia hills have eyes. You got to understand, some of us, this color, coming to West Virginia, we need to make sure that we safe. And I know you got us. I'm just, I'm just saying. Your average logic. Deb said, I definitely have an issue asking for help. People will disappoint you without even trying. If I can figure it out myself, then I will go that route first. But how does that leave you feeling over time, Deb? Like for me, I get resentful sometimes. I do. Because I feel like if I'm the friend that's constantly showing up for you or the family member that's constantly showing up for you when you need it, like, why are you not showing up for me? You know what I'm saying? I had a hard time asking for help due to pride. Plus, it hurts when you're denied after you drop the pride. Yeah. Yeah. I understand it. Protagonist said men asking for help ain't the same as women asking for help because as a man, we are expected to always have it. I don't agree with that, protagonist. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. Now, see, that is a trauma response, in my opinion. That's a trauma response, in my opinion. That statement reminds me of the same similar thing of when people say, boys are not supposed to cry. Like, I don't think, no, that's a trauma response. And if you were raised under the umbrella and around a population of people that felt like men shouldn't ask for help, that's wrong. Right? Now, I hear a lot of men that say, oh, nobody gives a shit about me. I got to figure it out because nobody cares about me. We always have to have it together. That's not true. Those are trauma responses. Those are trauma responses because growing up or in your life along the way, people kept telling you that you a man and you're not supposed to this and you're not supposed to that. You're supposed to have your shit together, but that's not true. Men should be able to ask for help. That shouldn't even have a gender attached to it. I don't agree with that. What are y'all thoughts? But that's my asshole contribution, aka my opinion, right? That doesn't mean that you agree with it, and I respect that. Okay. Deb said it was a hard lesson learning that I can't expect me out of other people. Yeah. And we have to accept that. Hillbilly said, I don't think anyone will put the effort into my life that I do. Artists don't ask for help painting their masterpiece. but they asked for help to promote it. They asked for help when they needed to be hung in a gallery. They asked for help when they need people to buy it. So initially, you didn't ask for help to create the masterpiece. But once the masterpiece is created, then what? Then what? Johnny said, I tried to lick my like button, but someone walked into my office. Yes, licking the like button. Damaris says, there comes a time in life when you have to choose you. A little selfishness works for me, and that's where I'm at. But in choosing me, I lost a handful of people because, people are not used to me saying no. People are not used to me not showing up, when they call, right? And so this season for me has been no, and I don't give a fuck. Like, no, I'm finally learning no is a complete sentence, right? And believe you me, I've said no. People have gotten mad, disappeared out my life, and I mourned and I grieved and I was hurt, but it still didn't make me regret saying no. It just told me where those people stood in my life. And it reminded me that I'm misplacing people, right? You don't know the strength, and I say this every now and again on this show. You do not know the strength of your relationship until you've had the hard conversation, until you've asked for help, until you needed someone. That's when you know the true depth of your relationship. Hello, Red Fox. Thanks for joining. Yes, Red Fox become a regular. Protagonist says, notice how she ain't read the comment clarifying the confusion. So of course you guys are going to jump on me. Protagonist, stop it. Stop it. Okay. I have the chat overlay up. I don't have to read every comment. That's why I have the chat overlay up. Stop it. Okay. They can read your comment. That don't have nothing to do with me. Notice how she ain't read the comment clarifying the confusion. They can read your comment, protagonist. Now stop that. Good morning, Ghost. Your average, and I'm not reading every comment, protagonist. Don't do that. Don't come on here being like that. All right? Don't do that. Your average logical thinker said, if someone tells me no, but they've been there in the past, I'm more understanding. That part. Now, y'all, I want to pause there for a minute because I just had a situation not too long ago where, and this is where I get upset and this is where I get resentful, right? Because I am the person, and anybody that knows me on here, I don't give a fuck. Let me click this guest link again because I'm going to tell y'all when I talk on here, I be inviting people to come on this show and call me a liar, tell me that I'm telling a fucking lie, correct me. The guest link is there. Okay? The guest link is there. I don't have no reason to come on this show and lie. My whole point is I just had a situation recently where someone ghosted me, and I'm assuming it's because I couldn't show up or I didn't show up when they needed me or when they invited me to show up somewhere, right? But I was fucking tired. I had a long weekend. I showed up the day that I committed to show up on. I had my nail appointment. The nail tech got to my house late. She took 3 hours to do my nails. I was tired, right? And I had a right to say no, right? On something that I never committed to in the first place. I ain't hear from the person really again, right? So, sometimes when you say no, people get mad. But what pissed me the fuck off was that very same thing. They should have looked back, even if they were mad that I didn't show up for them that time. Motherfucker, pay attention. Of all the times I showed up for you, even when I was tired, even when I couldn't barely show up for myself, I still showed up for you. So that's a great point. When someone can't show up for you, when someone tells you no, don't hold them to the fire for that one time. Assess the friendship. Look over the past. How many times has this person consistently showed up for you? And if they are consistent, then there must be a reason why they cannot show up for you right now. And that's okay. But motherfuckers don't know. If you can't show up every single time the way people need you to show up and how they need you to show up, they don't give a fuck about how it affects you. How I know? Because then they when they get mad and they ghost you without caring about your feelings. You know? I'm just saying. Add Joy Love. I don't know who that is. I didn't misquote you, protagonist. Oh God, you're giving me a headache now. I've read exactly what you typed. What the hell? What in the hell are you talking about? You misquoted yourself because I read what you typed. The hell? And people say you starting shit. They can read your own comments. You don't need me. I'm not a mediator here. You can. This is why I have chat overlay. All right. Protagonist is still on this thing. Men can't ask. I said men asking ain't the same. What are y'all thoughts? Please, somebody give me a thought. Men asking for help is not the same as women asking for help. Do y'all agree or disagree? Ghost said the people who get mad because I said no after saying yes 1,000,001 times can kiss my ass. And that's where, okay, I gotta look her up, Smoke. That's where I'm at. But I wasn't always there. I'd be all hurt and fucking upset. Good morning, Angel.
Hey, beautiful.
You're fuzzy.
I see that.
Wow. Is that background shit? You keep using that virtual.
There we go.
Okay, that's better. All right. So, good morning, Angel. Thanks for joining us. All right. Johnny said, I have a question. I have a hard time accepting compliments. Are you able to accept compliments? And if not, have you been able to identify why? Great question.
Isn't that a good question?
That is a great question.
It's hard for me to accept compliments. Is it hard for you?
No.
No.
When you say it's hard, when someone compliments you, what are you feeling?
I get uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable. It's discomfort. It is like if I get a compliment, I immediately go and find faults. Like somebody who hasn't seen me in a very long time, they'll be like, oh my gosh, you lost so much weight. You look great. And I'll be like, well, no, I still got 10 more pounds to lose. Or like, yeah, but like my arms jiggle. Like I still try and find,
Where do y'all think that comes from?
Yeah, what the
It's
fuck?
awkward for her to accept compliments. Where do y'all think that comes from? That comes from somewhere.
It does, right? What is that shit? I don't like it. I want to get to the point where I'm like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. Thank you.
And Johnny said also, is it still okay for men to compliment women? I say so.
Yeah.
But I saw a video the other day, Johnny, now that you asked that question, I saw a video the other day and I shared it on my IG page where this woman said she started to feel self-conscious. Now I'm paraphrasing. Y'all can go to my IG page and listen, right? And she said, she was feeling some type of way because she'd get dressed every day, do her hair, whatever. And her husband never really complimented her, didn't look at her and say, your hair looks good today, or I love your outfit, or you look good, or, I see that you're working out. Little compliments that make her, give her, feeds her insecurities if she has any, right? Mm-hmm. And she said what she was experiencing was when they go out, her husband might tell his mother, "Oh, Ma, you look great today." Or his sister, "Your hair looks nice today." Or his nieces and nephews, "Oh, your outfit is cute." And the wife is like, "Well, what about me?" In the background, like you're complimenting all these other people, all these other women, making me feel like I have to compete because we live in the same house. I get dressed, I do my hair, all this shit. And you don't look at me and tell me I look pretty or I look this. Just because I live in the house with you does not mean that I don't want compliments sometimes. So it was hard for her when she went out and she heard her husband giving all these people compliments, not because she thought he was going to cheat, but because she needed that to be fed to her as well. She said she needs to be after Jesus. When you think about Jesus, the next motherfucker you should think about is her. That's what she said. I'm your wife. I'm your significant other. I want to know I'm beautiful. I want to know you care. I want to know you love me. And so, Johnny, I want to say yes. Men should still be giving women compliments. All right. And I find that they don't come as often as they used to. The world has changed. It's really weird here. It's really weird. Protagonist said Angel was insecure when she was fat, and she doesn't believe she is sexy until that dumbass scale tells her what she wants to see.
Although I'm triggered, you have a point.
Wait, I'm like, wait, what? Do I want to fight or wait, what?
Right. I was like,
yeah, that was kind of harsh, protagonist, but it has some truth to it.
How dare you?
With love.
Right.
You gotta end shit like that, protagonist, with ... with love. You
like,
can't just say
smiley face.
That's hard. Okay, go. That's on the
What?
Oh no, I'm hearing it.
Hey.
I'm hearing it.
Where's that?
I don't hear no.
Why do I hear an echo?
It's Ben.
It's not me.
Yes, it is.
I don't hear no echo.
If I muted
myself and I still heard it.
I still hear it. It's not Ben. It's Ghost.
Wait,
If I mute Ghost, if I mute it, Ghost, I don't have the echo anymore.
No echo. No.
It's Ghost. It's you.
Hello?
Ghost. You gotta mute YouTube. Yeah. It's not you, Zen. It's not you. It's Ghost. All right. Damaris said, my husband compliments me every day. We know that, Damaris, because you know.
It's still let go.
No.
It's gone now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Michelle said, my mother always told me that I am beautiful. So I grew up with the mentality that I am beautiful no matter what. So no matter what someone says, I'm beautiful. Well, that's where I was going, kind of, Michelle. So I'm glad you said that. Where do y'all think it comes from when you can't accept a compliment? Where does that come from? Because that's deep to me. That's a deep thing.
I don't know. So I want to actually, because I heard protagonist what he said to Angel.
Yeah, right. I was like, ouch, protagonist, but it's kind of true.
You know, hey, sometimes truth hurts, I guess, right?
Yeah,
but Angel, I do the exact same thing, and I was not fat, and I've always. I was
going to say you were not fat.
No, I actually think for us, you and me, Angel, I think a lot of that is from our ADHD, ASD, all that kind of stuff. That's where we socially, we don't know how to receive it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, we don't know how to reconcile because we see that there are faults within ourselves.
Oh.
And we want everyone to know, no, I thank you, but this is me. This is truly me. I am truly this person. I'm not the person that you think I am. Right? It's just it doesn't make any sense. It's self-deprecation.
Yeah. Why am I like I'm all emotional today? What the fuck?
Oh, girl.
Yeah, I know. That's all right. Oh, that's all right. I had Valerie crying earlier on here. A few of y'all are emotional today.
I was like, Fancy don't know how to take a compliment either. I was like, because I compliment her all the time. I'm like, man, boy, you a bad motherfucker. She's like, what are you looking at? She's like, if you say so, I don't, but stop. I'm like,
wait, she posted pictures of you and her yesterday in her story. I had to comment. I said,
They look.
y'all cute.
Yeah.
I gotta follow
so
these.
cute.
I'm gonna
They
follow
gorgeous.
her because I don't know what her account is.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
Hey, they are gorgeous. I love it.
Yes.
I be telling her she cute even when she be in the house looking all homely. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
That don't
well,
change.
you should.
Right? And it's just like, man, I do it every day. Like, I compliment her every
Mhm.
day. You know what I mean? And she still she'll look at me like this, like, hey, like, come on now. I need to do this. I need to do that. I'm like, bro, you may think you need to lose this or think you need to lose that, man. Man, woman, you are bad. I get it.
Yes.
I'm like, bro, just take the compliment. You right. I'm sorry. You right. Thank you.
She
Yeah.
real bad.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
I be pinching myself sometimes. I'm like, I'm married her for real? Yeah.
Oh, Damaris.
Right.
Now, see, Damaris, I didn't know that. And we've been friends a long time. But you know what? In all fairness, I talk to her husband like every damn day. You know, I mean, this is when you know that you could trust somebody not to be a fuck circle hoe because me and her husband are real close. And Damaris don't ever have to worry about her husband's meat touching me. Okay. Word up. Okay. And so that's why I don't know a lot of detail about Damaris. I probably know a little bit more about Donovan than I know Damaris because we're on the phone all the time. But Damaris, I didn't know that you find faults in yourself. That's why I can't accept compliments. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Now that I know, I'm going to tell you you're beautiful all the time. Michelle said I was a plus size girl, size 22W. And people never told me about my size because my confidence was bigger than my size. And I
Mm.
dressed to compliment it. It was,
See,
let
I'm
me
gonna
tell
keep
you
it a buck.
something. Let me tell you something. When I said the other day that I sang in the choir with some of these motherfuckers on my show in the 7-Day Adventist church, and so they can vouch that I was a devout SDA, Michelle Henry is one, right? We sang in the choir together, we did a lot of things, and during that time, Michelle was heftier, right? But I'm gonna be honest, Michelle, I never saw your weight. You're right, because Michelle, another one on here is Juanita. I never see their weight because the way they dress, they don't try to, they don't be dressing like Lizzo, right? They wear nice shit that I never saw your size. So you're right, Michelle. I never really saw your size because your confidence was always bigger than that. To me, when you lost all the weight during your journey these last several years, it took me a while to adjust to seeing the new you. I'm used to it now.
I'm saying, man, I was gonna say, bro, I ain't, this ain't to offend nobody, but I ain't into big girls at all. But when you dress a certain way, well, this for any size woman, when you dress a way that fits your body but still looks sexy,
Mm,
man, like you can just see the confidence on the motherfucker, and it's just like, dog, you don't look at the weight. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like
exactly.
you see that, like I said, it's just the confidence in that walk and shit like that. Like
Yep.
you
It's how they
guys,
carry how you carry it.
yeah,
Yep. I
you got
never
these
saw
big
the weight.
women that, man, you got some of these big women like to dress in dental floss and think that is sexy and wear clothes too small. I'm like, say, bitch, you need to do something with
It's
that.
rough. So
You
I
need
had a therapy
Jesus.
appointment. I had a therapy appointment yesterday, and we were talking about how a lot of time women or girls that have ADD, girls naturally have a higher IQ and emotional intelligence than boys. And when that happens, especially in childhood, it's easy to identify ADD in boys, but it's harder to find it. It's harder to identify it in girls because of their high IQs. They develop ways to cope with the disability, and they hide it and disguise it. And one of the ways that we disguise it is by overconfidence. And so we look like we got it all together. We look like, like we prepared for the test. We look like, we're doing great in school and all these things. But the fact of the matter is that we're working 3 or 4 times as hard as everybody else. But nobody sees that part. And shouldn't have to work that hard just to do, what we do on the regular. And I feel like my confidence is Same way. I think even when I was like 20, I don't think people knew I was insecure. I don't think so. And now I think it might show up a little bit more because I'm smaller. My insecurity like
Because people are bringing it to your attention
they're
because
bringing
you're
it to
big.
and I'm like, no, I can't wear that. I can't fit that.
Yeah.
I go to a store literally and I will pick up something. I'll be like, oh no, I can't fit that, and I go get a bigger size. I'll get like a size
Your
6.
head just
And
still.
you swim in it.
Oh my god! And I went to a store and the lady was like, "Oh, what size do you need? A small or medium?" I'm like, "No, probably a large." She's like, "What?" She's like, "No,
That's
you
a
know,
true thing. That is a true thing. When
it
people
is a real fucking thing."
That's the
When
truth.
I look in the mirror, I don't see a size 8. When
Yeah.
I look in the mirror, I see a size like 16.
Yeah.
That's dysmorphia. That's body
Yeah.
dysmorphia.
That's a real thing.
That's real
Yeah.
shit here, Billy. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause then, you know, there'll be a lot of us 300s out here.
Exactly. Hillbilly said, "Imagine if we were all the same. Sex would be boring." But Damaris, I wanna acknowledge your statement because that means a fucking lot to me. Because I'm gonna tell you that I've had some whack folks in my life that I think are gonna be there. But Damaris, I believe you. When I say trust, I trust that statement. You said we don't talk every day, but I know you got me and I got you, and that's 1,000%
Oh.
correct.
Love it.
Man, Johnny and Deb, man, did y'all ever think like the days that you did get complimented since it stood out to you so much? Did you ever think that maybe on those days you were just feeling yourself a bit more than normal? You know what I'm saying? Like you carried yourself with a little bit more confidence. You know what I'm
And
saying? A
you
little bit more
project that.
swag. You
Uh-huh.
probably just naturally happier that day and didn't even realize it. You just walked around like you knew everything was cool. Like man, had that mentality every day. Real shit. Had that mentality every day, and man, life gonna get bright.
Yeah, I like that. Good point, Ghost. Zeb, what are you cooking? What are you making? And can I
Man,
have
I
some?
also because he been slicing shit for a minute.
Yeah, he cooking in the kitchen.
What are you
Yeah.
making?
It's a potato dish that you slice potatoes with garlic, salt, pepper, olive oil,
Oh,
and you layer them in a cast iron skillet and then bake it in the oven, and they get like super crunchy and crispy.
Give me,
like
And
a
then
rotten almost?
give me a dozen of them. Y'all follow him on TikTok. Give me a dozen of them. You know, I'll drive down the highway. What the hell?
Okay.
I'm telling you. Being married to a therapist is rubbing off, huh, Ghost? Yes, Ghost.
Man,
Ooh.
you know what I'm saying? I've always been somewhat of a little bit of, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what word I'm
Maybe that's what attracted her to you.
Ooh.
I was like, hey, actually,
You're emotionally
now that I
available.
She's
think
like,
about it, it was like she did tell me the only reason why she even like gave me her number, or even thought to even talk to me, because like I told you,
because she wanted you
I
on her
shot my
couch.
shot on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? I met on Facebook. So she was like, the only reason why I even entertained you, she was like, it's the words that you were using. And she was just like, normal guys don't talk like that. And somebody, so, you know, I found it intriguing. I wanted to talk more. Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Aww.
Love that. I love that. All right. Right. See, Michelle said, save me a plate. Michelle, don't even try it. Because when I see you eat, and I be wanting to come to Brooklyn too, but the way these toll prices are, I be like, never the fuck mine. But I'll I'll drive the fuck down the highway to that exit. I know Zen's exit very well. I did
I'd
years visiting them.
I'd be hopping on the subway going to Brooklyn. I wouldn't be paying the toll, but I'd get
I
there.
know. Y'all see that congestion bill that the to go to Midtown can cost you $23. Anything
Yeah,
60th Street and down.
Yep.
Damn.
Which is going to affect neighborhoods like mine in New Jersey because people are going to drive. They said Bergen County and Jersey City and all these areas that surround New York are going to get slammed because people are going to be driving there and trying to take
Yep.
buses and trains and shit over.
Yep.
You guys want to know something? I've never taken public transportation before.
Really?
Oh yeah, I can see that. Based on where you live.
I think the only time I've ever taken public transportation was my 9th grade year of high school when I lived in California. California don't have public school buses, so you have to ride the bus. You have to ride. Yeah,
No,
like you
it depends where you are in California. I rode a school bus.
Oh, okay. I was like, 'cause they like they'll supply you with a Metro card that you still gotta pay
Oh,
like at a
where were you at,
discount.
in the Bay Area?
No, I went to Pasadena High.
Oh,
Okay.
Pasadena. I've been to
Yeah.
Pasadena before. You bougie.
Bulldogs, man.
You bougie.
No,
I've been to Pasadena before.
my auntie was bougie. My auntie was bougie. Yeah, like my auntie had that bread. Like so, yeah.
Yeah,
Bougie.
I like Pasadena.
Wait, Pasadena has the diagonal crosswalks, right? You know how like crosswalks normally like you can cross. Yeah, they do.
Maybe in Old Town.
Downtown, yeah.
Oh, downtown.
Yeah, downtown they have diagonal cross. Like all the
downtown.
all four corners will stop of traffic, and then you
I
can
don't
cross the
remember.
street diagonally.
Time for me.
But Old Town was like the spot to be in Pasadena on Colorado. Old Town was about to be over there on by Suicide Bridge.
Oh, there's a
Suicide Bridge.
Wait, me too, protagonist. I take the bus, and I got a car. I'm on the bus all the time. I'm on the bus all the time because I don't like to drive. I'm lazy. I don't like to deal with traffic. I have anxieties. And
when I worked in the city, I took the train and the subways and the PATH train. I didn't drive my car.
Many of us don't drive into the city, but
because gas is expensive, parking's expensive, tolls are expensive.
Yep. But the traffic triggers my anxiety. You know, I hate living with anxieties, y'all. Like, the more and more I have these anxieties, like I be thinking I can manage them by myself, but I might really have to get a therapist, y'all, because these anxieties be having me off the chain. The other night I had bad dreams. I couldn't sleep. I sweat all damn night long, worrying about the what ifs. Right? It's annoying living with anxieties because once they're triggered, and you can't. It's hard for me to control. But the other thing that I deal with is, and I don't know if anybody else has this, but what do you call it? I want to, oh God, the word is on the tip of my tongue. Hyperactive anxiety. What do you call it when?
High functioning?
High functioning. High functioning anxiety. I think I have that. And what
That's supposed to be, Johnny.
I can't sit down for long periods of time. Like I sit down on the couch and I feel like I'm supposed to be doing something. I'm supposed to be completing something. So I'm always up. I can never rest.
Well, that's just hyperactivity. Shut up. That's just hyperactivity.
Well, he was answering my question. Why are you yelling at the dog?
No, I'm yelling at the dog because he's barking for no reason at all.
At the dog, he's in our conversation.
He can't hear.
So go ahead.
He's looking at the oven, barking. I don't know why. He probably sees himself. These potatoes are gonna be dope.
Well, you were explaining my hyperactivity.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. So. Hello, AGD. Oh, I haven't taken my medication yet. This is
not right. Go take your damn pill. The fuck?
Angel, you know what that's like.
I get it.
Oh my yes, God. Johnny Leon. Let's take a moment and wish everybody happy Mother's Day before we forget.
Aww.
And the show ends Sunday.
I wish I had a mom.
You did have a mom. You have memories.
I did, but she's dead.
I know you have memories though.
Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers.
Yes. Thank you. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers on here. Yes. And we have graduation activities this weekend. We didn't forget Dante is graduating. Yes.
Who's Dante? Is that Damaris and
Damaris and Donovan?
Gotcha. Okay.
Fun. Yeah.
Nice.
I've never been.
Congratulations.
You've
I want to come up. Man,
I want to go to Boston.
I want to go to Boston for one. I just want to hear that motherfucking accent. I don't say, and then two, like I feel like I gotta ride my motorcycle to Boston because there's a all women's motorcycle club in Boston, and the president she rode her bike by herself from Boston to Houston and back, while the rest of her club flew, and I can't let.
You can't let a woman do that, Ghost?
I might ruffle a couple feather with this one. Yes, I can't let no woman outride.
What is it with you?
So what did you do?
You this masculinity. I don't get it.
No. I'm just saying, like, we had like my motorcycle club. We had our anniversary party out here, a few years ago, and She rode her motorcycle by herself from Boston to Houston.
Right.
Stayed the weekend. You know, her club, like I said, the rest of her club flew. Stayed the weekend for our anniversary party and whatnot. And then on Sunday morning, she got back on the bike and rode back to Boston.
So
By
you
Why
said
herself.
can't you
that
just
girl
give her the
outside, so
respect?
what you gonna do about it?
No,
Me,
he
I'm
wants to
gonna
do
ride.
because he wants to do it too.
My club's putting together trips. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to say in like 2 years we supposed to be going to California, and then like 2 years after that we supposed to be going like towards New York area, and I'm riding the entire fucking way. Like I can't let you outdo me, man. Like it that right there is just like a friendly competitive
Yeah,
thing. You know
imagine
what I'm
getting
saying? Because
sleepy on a
we go
motorcycle.
to yeah, because when we go to these anniversary parties for a lot of these motorcycle clubs, I got one lit. And then
Don't
when we
you
go to
ride a
these,
crotch rocket?
I do.
Yes, those shits are
That's a
uncomfortable.
lot for
Go
Man, she
all
rode
that.
a crotch rocket. She
She
rode
did?
one. That's why I
He
can't
rode a
fucking do it.
crotch rocket like that.
She rode a Yamaha R1, a 1000 from Boston all the way out here. Like I said,
That's
you know what I'm saying?
badass.
You feel
That
me?
is badass.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is bad.
You
Because
get
her
trophies.
crotches and back should be
Yeah,
fucked.
like you get trophies when you go to these anniversary parties for furthest travel. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And that's only furthest traveled on tools, not just because you took a plane from where the fuck you came from, but no,
Right.
furthest traveled
On
Yeah,
ground.
on a bike.
Yeah.
that's a big deal.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I
That
got the furthest
woman's
travel
that
when I rode from here to Memphis by myself. You know what I'm saying?
that
I got
woman's
the trophy for that.
vagina must have been buzzing for days.
Listen,
A
I
natural
rode
vibrator.
on the back of a crotch rocket for a funeral. Guy died on his motorcycle. So you know they did it. You know these motorcycle clubs, they do it big, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so these guys rode with Rough Riders, but Rough Riders has different branches, right? It's not just one branch. So you have Rough Riders New York. This branch with Rough Riders, a spinoff of Rough Riders.
They got chapters everywhere.
Yeah, that chapter's big. So they got together. The church was massive, and the bikes. They took his truck. He was driving an F-150. Well, no more. He passed, right? So somebody drove his truck, anchored his bike on the back of the truck, like anchored down so that you could see it. His truck drove behind the hearse that carried the casket. So the car with the casket went first, then the pickup truck with the motorcycle, and then the motorcycle club was behind that.
That's so
And
sweet.
we were behind that, and then the rest of the cars was behind us. That shit was fly. And let me tell you something, my crotches was the fuck on fire. After riding on the back of that crotch rocket and holding on to the person for all driving back and forth and all around. So let me tell you, I give y'all kudos when y'all can ride these crotch rockets for long periods of time.
See,
love
man,
it.
but my trip to Memphis, like I said, I did that trip by myself. I rode that by myself. Like my trip to Memphis, it was cool because I left at like 1 o'clock in the morning. And, you know, so there's not a lot of traffic on the highway.
Yeah.
So
Right.
I would say it worked out for me because I got to cruise at like 120 the whole way. And I seen one cop sitting on the side of I-10 when I was on my way.
For you.
And just in case, because you know, it's like they say, you can't beat the radio. Just in case, when I passed him up doing 120, I downshifted and I start doing about 160. So
Right.
just in case you want to get on radio and call ahead, I'm past that exit, the next one, and the one after that before any of them get down there. Yeah, I'm gone. Yeah.
That's a good idea.
That's what they do. You know, I'm dating like boys.
Drop a gear and disappear.
Yeah.
All right, Juanita says, Zen, you can share her mommy. She would love you. That is
Oh, thank
sweet.
you.
Boy, I ain't gonna talk about I'll be your
I
mama.
love that. Well, y'all, I have to wind down and I have to close out because I have a doctor's appointment at 10. This is the time of year that I get all of my shit out the way, literally.
It's a good time.
Huh?
It's a good time.
Yeah, every year the first I do, like, my mammogram is late this year. Normally I do it in May, but I'm gonna be in Florida, so that's gonna happen in June. But today is my gastrologist, because you know, as you get older, you have to attend to your digestion. That's one of the things that I was talking on TikTok today when I was like, I want to date an older man, right? And I'm not trying to be funny, not an older man, a man my age, you know, or a little older. I'm not trying to be funny, but why? Like, I still I still work out. I take care of myself. I still want to travel. I love hiking. I like doing shit like that, riding bikes and shit like that. The men that be reaching out to me my age,
Geriatric patient.
come on, y'all. Like, it's so disappointing because I need you men to take care of yourselves.
Yeah.
Right.
Seriously.
It's important.
A lot of these men, y'all men in y'all 50s, y'all ain't got no teeth in the front of your mouth. I'm not saying nothing about the teeth, but go get some, right? If you lost your teeth, okay, fine, right? Go get some, right? You know, if you can't walk long periods of time, start walking a few minutes every day. Get your health up, because I'm gonna tell you no lie. Even though I'm 56, I don't want to take care of my man. I'm not ready for that yet.
Not yet.
I'm still outside. So I need the men that are still outside. The fuck.
I don't say.
Yeah. Erect.
At
He is
160, I don't say
young
that.
man.
160 ain't shit. 160 ain't shit. I done touched 200.
Wait, average logical thinker said erectile dysfunction at 35 is real.
Yeah, it's happening early.
Erectile dysfunction at
Good
any
morning,
age is real.
Jade.
Uh-huh.
Our weightlifter. Congratulations again.
Ooh.
Jade Hines Clark.
I'm going to show you real quick before
girlfriend's
it goes in the
daughter.
oven.
She is a weightlifter now. Oh, okay. There go the potatoes.
That's
Yeah.
what it looked
Like
like.
scallop type.
No, I was about to say them look like scallops.
Well, so what's going to happen is it's going to bake in the oven. I'm going to put some parchment paper on it, and it's going to bake in the oven. And then when it comes out, I got to flip it. So the bottom is going to be the top. So it'll be all crunchy.
Crispy? Oh.
Crispy and crunchy. Yep.
I love him.
How long, Zen? Say it one more time, cause the chef in here now. So just in case, you know what I'm saying, want to throw that shit together. Say what you do one
Say
more
what
time.
you do with the potatoes again.
Who? Fancy in there?
Parchment paper.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
no. We got
Somebody
the
else.
chef.
He's cooking potatoes. I am Jacinta.
So you
It's,
cut up what and did what?
So I slice up potatoes. I layer them in a cast iron skillet. They're covered with extra virgin olive oil, grated garlic, salt, and pepper. I layer them in the cast iron skillet. I put parchment paper over it and a dish to keep it flat. Stick it in the oven for 450 for about 50 minutes, and then flip it over and serve it. And it's like crispy and crunchy.
Let me see the dish you put on top of it to keep it flat.
I'm just going to put just like a
Anywhere?
Yeah, like a glass pie plate or something heavy.
Okay.
I knew it. Yeah. See, I be cooking, I be eating, but I be
Well, you put it in the oven already?
No, I'm putting it. You want to see it again?
Let me see. Yeah. You see it?
It's just potatoes right now. So you're going to put that in the oven on what? 350, 375,
400? 450.
450. For how long?
Yeah. Huh?
20 minutes, 30 minutes?
50 minutes.
50 minutes.
50?
Yeah.
You said Zen making potato chips.
Oh!
Well, I made those yesterday.
We've been cooking potatoes for a while.
She's bringing the orange juice.
They'll say, do she need to grab the potatoes?
Oh, that must be Peanut.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to have to come to Ghost and Fancy House since Peanut be cooking. Do I need to grab
Peanut?
the potatoes? Yes, Deb. Get the potatoes.
Who's Peanut?
Peanut is the chef.
About to go because you know you be cooking.
Good morning, mother.
Somebody, she made chicken and waffles yesterday.
Oh, okay, now Peanut.
Who? I don't understand. Who is Peanut?
Here. Yesterday, mother was like, "What did I miss? There was a paper y'all were talking. I was like, we're not doing this with you, mother. I don't even want to know your score."
You ride Harley?
Mm-hmm.
After she said that she had a threesome when she was a teenager.
Yeah,
right.
I'm done. I don't need to know her score.
Love her even more.
Yes, Miss Sandy.
I don't need to know the score. Lord.
Get it, Miss Sandy. Get it, girl. Get it.
Whatever. Anyway, y'all, you know what I say. I love y'all. And it's Freestyle Friday, but I got a 10 o'clock doctor's appointment.
Have a good weekend, y'all.
See y'all later.
Love you guys. Love your
Wait.
show.
What? Angel,
Huh?
I'm gonna be in my room. Did you hear me yesterday say I was gonna be in my room in Cancun by myself too?
Are you? I did hear you say that. Yeah.
My
Because
roommate
your friend can't
3
stay the
days.
whole time.
Yeah, so she's gonna get a separate room because it don't make sense for her to pay what I'm paying to just stay 3 days.
Right.
Yeah. So I gotta adjust my room cost. You said your room was like 19
I forgot. Yeah, something like
just
that.
for yourself, right? Yeah. Mine is probably gonna be a little bit less because I don't have the ocean view. All right.
Wow, that sounded like shade.
I know
Right.
one shade.
She
I'm like,
keeps doing it.
I
She keeps doing it. I let it slide, but Robin,
Long
everything
time to wait.
slide, all right?
Because she's jealous.
I don't have ocean. I'm jealous.
She's so jealous.
I am. I'm a hater. I'm gonna be
Put the question out there.
what?
Put the question out there now, and just let us answer it Monday. How about that? Oh my God.
Oh no! Ask now, y'all.
What
What?
I
question?
need some advice. No, now you can't do that shit.
Right.
Don't bring it up and then just shut it down. No,
Me
no,
too,
you gotta say
Valerie.
it now.
We got courtyard view. Angel got ocean view. We gonna be in her room.
Come on.
She
It's a
balling.
party.
1900 because your average logical thinker because we have the elite suites. You don't have to pay 1900. You could pay less. We
Yeah.
picked the big gigantic rooms because we were trying to be cute.
I never been out the country. Like I'm fucking doing it. Like
Listen, I'm the host, and so I thought I had to have a big ass room, but I should have took that $900 room. What the fuck?
Put like this: all y'all that's going to Cancun, that talking about you got this 400 score from yesterday, this 300 score. This is the place where you supposed to just wild out and not give a fuck because those people there don't know you and they're not going to see you again.
And you ain't
Get
got
yourself up to 18.5.
You feel me? Add a little bit more to your number.
Right. Live.
Listen, I had a guy on TikTok talk about he want to fly me out to the Bahamas, all expensive paid, right? He's retired and he just travels and shit like that. And I was like, so if you flew me out, what's the rules? You know.
You want some cootie?
Right.
I said, do I get a hotel? Like, do I stay at a separate hotel and shit like that? He was like, yeah. You know, I don't be trusting those motherfuckers. Then another one from Jamaica jumped on talking about he a singer. Can I be in his video? I was like, what? Like, I'm too damn old to be in the video. Unless I'm sitting at a bar and I'm like, you gonna pass the bar scene with me sitting there drinking whiskey. That's about all I can give you in the video. The fuck? Valerie said, I gotta add more to my number. Yes, Valerie, do it in Cancun.
You feel me?
Okay, wait. Here's her.
I mean, you have a whole.
Okay, wait. We got what we needed.
Talking to an older gentleman. He's like me. I like him, but he's going through a nasty divorce. He's very intentional and a giver. My kid likes him, but I don't know. I'm convicted because he's technically still married.
Okay.
And I want to be good.
Personal opinion. The fact that you know that he was going through a divorce, you shouldn't have introduced him to your kid. Your kid should have never saw him. And until you know what's what, because
is her kid little or an adult though?
I don't know, but either way it go, I don't give a damn. You know what I mean?
He has his own.
I mean, you know, look, if you feel like it's right,
you know, Cheryl
feel like he leaving. You know what I'm saying? You feel like he leaving for real, whatever the case may be. Do you? Me personally, like I said, I wouldn't introduce my kid to somebody who ain't out of some shit, and you know, don't give too much of yourself to him. You know what I'm saying? Don't give too much of yourself just yet.
And I want to add to that. I want to say this, y'all. The guy that I'm seeing right now, I dated him for a hot minute. Well, I was seeing him for a hot minute about 10 years ago. Okay. The reason why I didn't continue to date him then was because his wife had just moved out of the house and he was in the middle of a divorce. And I'm a relationship person. And I said, no, one, I don't want to be anybody's rebound. Two, I need him to get away from this marriage and be sure that he's done with this marriage. Right. And so I stopped dating him at that level because I felt like he needed time to heal from that marriage. 10 years later, we're seeing each other again. I feel more comfortable because I don't feel like I'm coming in right at the tail end of his marriage. So that was my position. I don't really, you know,
But
I don't know.
you said y'all run in the same circles. So do you know
Oh God.
his
Don't
soon
do
to be
it.
ex-wife?
That triggers me, the same circle shit.
Like, yeah, I'm just curious. And yeah, don't jump into nothing so fast with him when he getting out of divorce.
He needs
Feel
healing.
like,
He gotta
like
go.
yeah, he getting out of divorce, he gonna jump right back into something serious. You setting
He
yourself
Mhm.
up for failure.
That's a red flag for me.
Yeah,
Because
like
when you
don't do
coming out of a divorce, why are you so fast to get into another relationship like that so fast? That's a red flag to me. That's just my
that.
opinion.
Okay, well that's cool. That's a good thing though.
Oh, okay, got it. So you don't know his significant other. Okay, cool. Thanks for clearing that up. All
But yeah,
I
right.
just
but
think
since
like,
y'all run the same circle, you can still make that circle a little uneasy. You know what I'm saying? With this type of situation. I said, man, wait, take your time. Even after you get divorced, don't even jump into no relationship and nothing like that. You know, kind of give him some space, man. You know what I'm saying? And let him figure out what the fuck he really want.
uh-huh,
You
uh-huh.
know.
Yeah, just from my experience, dating a man who was not divorced but separated, and it going badly, with that experience in mind, I would be hesitant to do it again. Um, but then at the same time, you only live once, and if it feels right, go with it. So, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't have really good advice about this. I'm sorry. I don't. The last man I dated that was still technically married, it just went bad. It was terrible. Had a terrible, terrible experience, and I just wouldn't recommend it. But at the same time, like, live, follow your heart, right? Like what Valerie said, follow your heart, and
Man, but you gotta actually do that though. You know what I'm saying? So you don't fuck up your own heart or his either.
right.
You gotta actually do that. You gotta actually go out with other people. You know what
Oh
I'm saying?
yeah, that too. And
Do
then
that.
if it doesn't feel right, if something doesn't feel right, don't try and convince yourself otherwise. If something doesn't feel right, then it just doesn't feel right. And you need to move around. Like Robin said earlier, like you ain't got to cheat on me for me to leave you.
And
Like,
you gotta ask her like why is him and his current wife getting a divorce? You know what I'm saying? Is it
and
something
that
he
too.
did? If it was something
Mhm.
he did, like I
That
mean shit.
too.
You don't think he gonna do it to you?
Hmm.
Typically, when divorces happen, it's always because the man cheated. I mean, majority of the time that's what it is. It's because the man cheated.
Yeah.
Oh, don't man. See, if you gotta talk yourself into some shit, that ain't for you. That ain't for you. If you gotta talk yourself into it, nah.
Right. Thanks, Kev.
I missed a good point.
Well, I said that based on my experience with dating a man that was still married, I wouldn't do it again. But at the same time, you only live once. Follow your heart. If it feels right, it feels right. And I made a comment that I don't really have like good advice on this. And then Kevin said to give myself credit. That was amazing advice. And he don't ever want to hear me down talk my greatness again.
That
And
was,
I feel uplifted.
that's a great point. You don't really have any advice on that because, we can only give our experiences and that's it.
Right.
But everyone isn't going to have the same experience. So I love that, Angel. That
Yeah.
was great advice. Your average logical thinker, we wish you nothing but the best. We talk about red flags and stuff on here all the time. So I'm pretty sure that hopefully you're moving with your eyes open,
Yeah.
right?
And heart open.
In your heart. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Have
yeah.
fun.
Right. Yeah.
And have fun too.
Yeah.
And
he
enjoy
has,
it while it
and he
lasts.
has his own place, which is nice. Now I'm gonna say my ex, when I got with my
That's
ex,
the
he had his
segment.
he had his own place, and he was still married, and he was not going through a divorce. But I told y'all this before. He was already in his own place. And he was separated. He didn't instill the divorce until I pushed him. I was like, if you're gonna be with me, you gotta get divorced. If you want to go back to your wife, then you go back. He said he's not going back. They had been already separated for some period of time, and she had a whole man living in her house with her kids. So they were done, right? So it wasn't like, but I still dated, and then, we got together. But, you got to do what you got to do. I pushed for that. I told y'all I packed up and I left him. If you still on paper, I can't fuck with you.
I about to say, until them papers signed and that shit done.
Yeah.
Hey,
that's me though.
That ain't your man.
And one of the reasons why I did that was because, at my age, I feel like any of us can end up in the hospital for some sick shit. And I don't want to have to fight your ex in the hospital when she come in there and tell me,
right, get out
and get that bitch out your room, and I'll have to leave because she's legally your wife, right? And she'll trump me, and then I'll stab her, and then it'll be a whole nother story. We'll be,
now I'm in jail and shit.
Exactly. So I feel like, men, don't put me in a position that's going to risk my freedom. I say that all the time.
Now I'm fucking locked up.
I'm fucking at the hospital looking after your ass.
Right.
Okay. And so again, I think we can end with that. Follow your heart.
Yes.
That was great advice, Angel. Thank you for that. And as always, Ghost and Angel, I appreciate y'all. Y'all see that I have my jacket on. I'm going to the
time to go.
Like this. He gonna be like, here she come, power to the people, with her colors on and her black earrings. Yes. Because I'm blackity black.
Blackity black.
Everybody knows it. I appreciate y'all. But she said, look, guys, as much as we don't like to say it, marriage is a business. It is.
It is.
At some point.
And me and Fancy about to start a couple of them.
Ooh, that's great, Ghost. That's great.
I love that. All right. Thank you, Angel, Ghost, for always co-hosting with me.
Have a wonderful weekend.
Guys. Yes, have a great weekend. I love y'all. Always move with love. Even when you're having a hard time and you think you can't go, know that you can.
Even when you feel low, you can still go.
Yes.
Even when you feel slow, you can still go.
And you can.
Even when there's no hope, you can still go.
Yep.
Never answer to no, man, I still go.
This is Coffee with Friends, and I'm Raw to D-Bone. Hey, have a great weekend, y'all. Get this message on the way out. You can still go. Hey.
Hustle hard, hustle every single day.
What?
I've been making moves till I'm buried in my grave. Through the system, I don't want to be a slave.
I've been doing shit my way or the highway.
And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain.
Hey!
Bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain
anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient. But I just slide right by that energy. What?
Even when you feel low, you can still go.
Hey!
Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go.
I never answer, and I don't, y'all. Peace. See y'all on Monday. I'm out. Hey!